Okay, for the second time tonight, there will be no glove touching. DDG, much like FaZe Jarvis, looks like he is all business.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see if YouTube
We
can
need
go
to see the fight, Gunga.
They meet in the middle of the ring extremely quickly. Both of them seem like they're putting the pressure on.
Oh, big right hands by DDG.
DDG closing the distance. I would like him to keep a little bit in his range, not so close, and he can capitalize and throw the most power.
Paige, what do you see from their stances and their initial pressure?
Their initial pressure, I like the stance. They both have a low stance. They got their head low. They're both getting a little overextended, right? Rushing forward when they're throwing punches. If they keep their feet underneath them, they're going to have more power, and that's where we're going to see the knockouts.
Oh, big right hand by DDG. One thing these fighters need to stop doing is turning their backs.
We've seen that. Number 3 tonight, right?
Yeah, you're going to see that. Oh,
good combination. Then over the top.
DDG, I do like his head movement. I like his foot movement. He does, in the first minute, look like the more experienced fighter.
And DDG very fast on his feet. It's amazing how fast he is.
He's putting that jab out there really quickly, right? And that jab, a lot of fights you can win with a fast jab, constantly sticking it out there, having something in your opponent's face so they can't hit you.
Well, he's also avoiding these punches too. He's backing up, getting out of the way of danger real fast. I mean, it's very impressive.
It's great. Like you said, he's getting out of the way, or he has his guard up and he's completely protecting himself when he is in the pocket.
Oh, DDG launching himself into Nate Wyatt. This the second of our 5 featured bouts here on pay-per-view at Social Gloves. Battle of the Platforms. Thanks for hanging out with us on a very muggy Saturday night in Miami. Oh!
Beautiful overhand right there.
Oh my God.
I think we got a little complaint on a Wyatt. He thought that was the back of the head. But if you're turning yourself, that doesn't count as a strike against your opponent. You've turned into it, right?
That's a great point.
If we could get a replay of that, I want to know.
That's right. That's the, if you turn your back and someone hits you to the back of the head, that is your own fault.
I got him. I got the water. I know. Okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You're good. Okay. Look. Everything he did in this round, that's all he's gonna do. He's scared now. You come with some good right hands. Okay. You double the jab, and now instead of going to the head, go to the body. Okay. Go to the body. Okay. Okay. Work a little bit in the body.
That's it, spin out. Keep on throwing that.
All you're gonna do,
Right hook, okay? Do not let him take you there. You spin out, right? And throw that jab. Throw it. He can't handle it. He comes in, sit on it, and throw that right knee to his stomach. Okay? Do not let him take you in the rope. Okay? All right?
Okay, so we heard from both corners. They're both very confident in their guy.
go, baby.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That was a close round for me, right? It did seem like DDG looks like the more experienced fighter. He did get a better shot towards the end of the round, but it was relatively close.
All right, here we go, round number 2. Again, all of these fights tonight scheduled for 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds.
And he gets on the ropes again.
Fusi is our very, very unofficial scorekeeper tonight. What do you got after the first round, Fus?
Thanks for the second, Barry. I have it 10-9 DDG. I see him landing the cleaner punches, and I can see this being stopped early.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Fusi there. It looks
big overhand right.
Nate Wyatt seems to be leaving Page his head at a level that's easy to connect.
He is, and that's the thing. You don't want to have your head in one spot. It's not about where it is. It's about moving it out of one spot. And he's coming in and he's freezing in front of his opponent. And that's where the experience comes in. He doesn't quite have that head movement experience to know it's harder to hit a moving target.
Nate Wyatt just covering up, and if you're going to do that repeatedly, King, you're just going to get hit over and over and over again.
I know he has the height advantage. You know, why get down to that level? I mean, I'm not an expert, but I wouldn't.
They're tying up quite a bit here, and it is a good break, right? In boxing, if you're getting lit up, grabbing onto your opponent, you get that 1 second to where the fight gets to reset.
You can kind of see on our screen that it has started to rain lightly here in Miami, and the ring is covered, and I doubt that many of the almost 15,000 fans here tonight don't welcome this this rain just a little bit.
No, it is hot here, and the rain is welcome to cool us off.
It's so hot. It's pouring outside, and they're pouring punches in this ring.
Amazing.
Oh,
Big overhand
and
right.
DDG just winding up.
Dropping the hammer.
Good showing out of both of these guys. Still, I have DDG a little bit more with the experience. He's putting punches in bunches, like I like to say. That's when you land.
Now let me ask you, do you guys think this goes the distance? I don't.
No. I think it's going to be over either here in the third round or the fourth.
You know what? If they can keep their energy up, it could keep going, you know? I feel like both of these guys, I'm seeing some heavy breathing out of both corners.
You can see our VIP seating here at ringside, just like in Miami, complete with bottle service. Complete with bottle service.
The stars are out tonight.
This is a packed house, right? This is absolutely amazing. And coming from the sports world, I was so curious. I was like, all right, do these guys have fans or do they have followers? No, these guys have fans, and they showed up tonight.
When Austin McBroom told me the amount of people that were going to be in attendance, I was blown away, and they're all here.
Yeah, there's still some rules. You know, you can't pack every seat, but you can bring a lot, and they're all here.
Almost 15,000 fans have shown up here at Hard Rock Stadium, the site of the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes knocked off the San Francisco 49ers right here on this very field. And now, DDG!
Wyatt was sticking his double jab out there pretty well, but he just wasn't able to get his head out of the way after he throws his punches. Right, that head position. He's got to get out of in front of the punches.
The first 88 count of this fight. And Wyatt has got to start moving around, guys. It just he's becoming a very stationary target.
DDG is not letting him rest, just rushing, even after the last clinch, getting one in.
He's a W kill.
And DDG continues to kind of just set up that big right hand page and launch from halfway across the ring.
Yes, he is. And then DDG, he's, you know, we keep getting in these tie-ups, and that's because Wyatt keeps ducking his head extremely low, right? That's not a problem with DDG locking up his head. That's a problem with Wyatt ducking his head too low.
45 seconds to go here in round number 3. So far, it has been all Keem and DDG.
Yeah, now you can see the ref getting frustrated. Like, come on, guys, let's. There it is.
They're both exhausted. They're throwing their one punch, getting tired, locking up.
It is amazing how quickly the trash talking stops when you're gassed to the gills.
Right.
It does, and then you see them kind of closing their eyes on these punches and throwing with full authority, hoping that they land, but you got to keep those eyes open. Punches and bunches, set your shots up if you want to finish tonight.
All right, it looks like we will see a fourth round here between Nate Wyatt of TikTok and DDG, excuse me. I was channeling my inner pro wrestling. I said DDP.
Diamond Dallas Page.
There's been a sighting in Miami.
It's really raining now. I mean, we're getting hit and we're underneath a tent. Does that make sense?
You know what? The great thing about Florida is if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. I've been told that. I've lived here for a year, and I think I've had 100 people tell me that, and it's absolutely true. It should only be around for a few minutes, and we should be dry.
Here's some of the action from that third round. That
amazing uppercut, leading into a lead hook.
There's a lot of closing of the eyes tonight.
Yes.
You know, I love watching these replays on these punches. The Jarvis one was amazing, but that uppercut right there, that looked beautiful.
Paige Van Zandt, Keemstar, Coach Foos, Charlemagne the God, our entire Social Gloves team. The fighters tonight from the start with Kale Siraj and Ryan Johnston to now, they've really given it all to us. Foosy, what's your scorecard looking like?
You know what? I got this going all the way to DDG right now through all 3 rounds. I don't think Nate's given him a lot of opportunity to showcase what he got. There's a lot of locking up and hugging going on, and I'm surprised this lasted this long.
And now DDG, once again,
to him, he would be able to get out of these tie-up positions that he keeps getting caught in.
Well, we didn't think this was going to go to the distance, and halfway through the fourth, maybe it will.
And this very pro YouTube crowd page screaming for DDG.
They are, and you know, it's looking more and more like these guys are getting tired, getting exhausted. And it's, you know what, if they have the will to win, we could still see a finish. But I'm hoping that they keep it up and they can keep their energy high and give us an exciting 5th round.
Big breaths from both. And finally, Nate Wyatt is able to throw one, but then he just covers up.
Yeah, and that's the reason I feel like they had these 2-minute rounds for these guys. You can train as hard as you can. It's good for them to have these 2-minute rounds. Could you imagine 3 minutes of action?
Paige, the answer would be no. No, I cannot.
Yes.
You saw Nate Wyatt kind of glance up at the clock.
Right.
That is a telltale sign, Keem, in the fighting world. Is it over yet?
Yeah, he's trying to survive, obviously. I think he knows kind of how this is playing out. A lot of defense, not much offense.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I really do. I want DDG to start going backwards, lead Wyatt to him, and he's going to be able to connect a little bit better and not have those tie-ups. Impressive round, though.
And a lot of chatter between Nate and the ref after every round. I wonder what his concern is.
That is interesting. You know, in between rounds, I don't think I've ever talked to the ref. In a fight, the ref, I don't even notice that they're there. So that's a good observation. I don't know what in the world he could be saying.
So you can see there in the corner one of the great trainers in boxing.
Legendary.
So Joel Diaz, Timothy Bradley, Hoya, I mean, all Vargas, I mean, you name it, this man right here has trained them.
Yeah, it's amazing to see these YouTubers, like, they're not just grabbing some coach or whatever. They're trying to find the absolute best. You know, they got the fame, they got the money. They don't do this lightly. They do this serious.
Well, these coaches do not have to coach them, right? When I walk into a boxing gym, I have to prove to the coach that I deserve to be there. These guys did something to prove to these coaches that they deserve to be there. They showed that they're real fighters and they were invested in their career. These coaches don't have to take on anybody.
That's a very, very good point. All right, here we go. Our 5th and final round. Keith, that's a great point, too. The check clears. All right, does Nate Wyatt have anything left for DDG?
Oh, beautiful overhand right. Wyatt looks a little uncomfortable with that shot, ducking his head. He continues to turn his Wyatt continues to turn his head away, and that's why he keeps getting caught with these back of the head shots, as he's saying.
The referee is pretty much had it at this point.
Yes, he has had it. Look at him.
Stop tying up, guys. And that's just sheer exhaustion, right? At this point, they got enough energy to throw one power punch, and then they got to hold on for dear life.
The referee kind of reminds me of a nightclub security guard. Right? He's just like, all right, you two.
Absolutely.
Stop.
Where do we get these big refs, right? We got him, we got Big John McCarthy. These refs look like fighters.
But you absolutely need someone big like this in this situation. These are not experienced, boxers. They haven't had boxing matches before. You know, they're not going to listen. You need someone that will make them listen.
Inside of 40 seconds now, round number 5. Each fight tonight scheduled for 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds. Still to come tonight, our main event, Austin McBroom of YouTube and Bryce Hall of TikTok.
Well, you got to hand it to Nate. I mean, I didn't think he was going to survive this.
He absolutely did, and that's the thing, is he took a lot of punches, a lot more damage than I think he anticipated, but he sucked it up and he gutted through this fight.
And at this point, these two are just trying to get to the finish line. And the finish line looks like a DDG resounding victory.
The crowd is already cheering victory.
He got a few more punches to seal the deal at the end of that fight. We got the chains in full effect.
Well, Nate Wyatt, he has the debonair movie star good looks for a TikToker.
Well, I mean, not right now. If you see, there's a lot of swelling.
Hey, I can talk about that. I have been cut open, bloodied up in fights,
I
broken
think I'm gonna
hands,
go. I'm
bloody
gonna look
faces.
bored
It
and
all
tired.
heals.
Oh, it does. But not all of us look like you, Paige, so...
See,
it's not
I don't know what time I'll
important
be
for
on
us to,
tomorrow because I'm
get it
going
back
out to
to
something,
normal.
but I'll see you
Nate Wyatt's
later.
probably very happy that this thing is over.
What do you think about this experience, right? Now that you're watching it as a YouTube sensation, does this inspire you to do something else? Do we see, you're one of these guys, do we see you in a boxing match?
I just love being a commentator. I love being able to sit here and call it, and it's been a pleasure to work with you guys. I mean, you guys are the pros here teaching me what's up with all this, and it's just been so much fun to be this close to the ring. I mean, normally I get the front row seats, you know, they hook me up, but I haven't been this close.
There's nothing better than being right here at ringside.
The commentator booth is very nice.
Yes, because guess what? You never lose a fight. You never lose sitting here.
That's right.
All right. So the judges are still figuring out. Now we have a decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
Here are the judges' results for this sanctioned exhibition match. Lorenzo Hunt scored the contest 50-44. Coach Chuck scored the contest 49-45. And Keon Wilson scored the contest 50-43, with the combined scores putting the bout in favor of DDG.
Well, it's a very YouTube pro crowd here in Miami, clearly. And on a couple of those scorecards, King, the judges thought he had dominated 2 or 3 rounds with those scores.
Wow, unbelievable. I mean, it's shocking to see YouTube just win every single one of these matches. You know, four wins for YouTube right now. This one, I didn't know anywhere where it was going to go. Yep. Now we clearly know DDG is pretty good in that ring.
Let's take a look at the final punch stats presented by Stat Hero. Survived the game, and clearly, this is a DDG domination.
Unbelievable. Power punches, 35-7 total punches. Total punches, only 40. So only 5 of them were not power punches. Unreal.
So DDG is the victor. He's getting all of his ice on. He's getting all of his bling on. And momentarily, he will speak with Paige. Paige, go ahead.
All right, DDG, you are getting your hand wraps off you still. Congratulations on an amazing performance. Did you think it was going to go the full fight?
Honestly, I left the strip club last night. I wasn't even training for this fight. Hey, man. Jay, where my blunt at? I've honestly felt like, not to be funny or nothing, but I felt like he wasn't gonna last that whole time. It's a lot of respect to Nate.
You looked amazing. Honestly, coming from a professional fighter, you looked like you have been in the gym, you've been training. Can we talk about your coaching staff? You have some amazing coaches in your corner. Did you have confidence with them being there with you?
Yeah, Joe Diaz, he helped me a lot, sharpen up my skills. I'm excited for the win.
What's next for you, all right? You looked like you had a lot of fun. Can we see you in another fight? Can we see you in an amateur boxing match, a bare knuckle boxing match? What's next?
Honestly, this is like my finale on YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube for good. So this is my last little finale of this fight. One and done. Unless, the only way I'll step in the ring again if it's with a rapper.
A rapper? Do you have any rapper in mind?
I ain't got nobody in mind, but anybody that want to step to the plate, we get the bag right, get the promotion right.
Wiz Khalifa's been training real hard. He's a fighter that I could see you match up against.
I'm with whatever, man.
That's it. All right. Congratulations. Amazing performance.
Thank you. Shout out to all the fans, man. Y'all make some noise.
Social Gloves, Battle of the Platforms is sponsored by Hard Rock and Stat Hero, the first ever daily fantasy sports book and the only place to get in on the Social Gloves action at stathero.com/gloves.
Projecting our current DSCR against our amortized 5-year debt.
Come a little closer, mon petit chou. He that already know that Live by Live has you covered with original shows like Album of the Week and Self-Made, along with VIP access to live-streamed events from all over the world.
Plus, we have more than 1,000 radio stations hosted by real people.
That's a lot of music, and you can customize each one to fit your great taste.
And just added the Best of Podcast 1 featuring original podcasts like Nappy Boy Radio with T-Pain, Off the Vine with Caitlin Bristow, What They Don't Tell You with Jordan Jones, and many more with new shows added weekly.
So now, because we like you, here's a friendly reminder that your Social Gloves pay-per-view access comes with 6 months of Live by Live Plus for free, unlocking unlimited song skips, maximum audio quality, and 0 ads. And all you have to do is redeem your free subscription.
Just find your Social Gloves pay-per-view confirmation email and follow the instructions to redeem.
And yes, it's free.
For real.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Taylor Holder, who goes up against YouTuber Anderson Gibb. Taylor, you seem to have a target on your back as the guy that everybody wants to fight. Why do you think that is?
You know, coming into this, there was actually a lot of people that didn't want to fight me, so I was like one of the only ones that had an open slot on the card. So there was a lot of people calling me out, and we had to pick and choose from a lot, and it happened to be Gibb that they decided on.
Do you have more confidence ever since Gibb lost to Jake Paul?
You know, that was over a year ago. I don't really underestimate anybody. You know, I'm training hard. I'm training like I'm fighting the best in the world, and that's that. And I'm gonna go out there and showcase my skills and show what I got.
Good luck tonight. Now over to Marcos with Team YouTube.
Thank you, Emily. I'm here with the 7-figure Gibber. Gibb, man, hey, you look in phenomenal shape. I could tell that you've been taking this extremely serious.
I've lost about 20 kilos. I started at 106, now I'm 81. I'm in the shape of my life, and I'm ready to destroy Taylor Holder.
Looking back, I know fight fans, the last time they got to see you was a year ago here in Miami against Jake Paul. How important is it for you to have a dominating performance and get the redemption that you want and get past that performance and what happened that night?
It's very important. I've been working so hard for this day. So hard in Cancun, Mexico, in London, Stratford, working every day for this day to destroy Taylor Holder. I'm coming for him.
See this man right here? He's ready to go. Fousey, back to you.
Wow. This night has been electrifying, and so far it is Team YouTube across the board. Kale versus Ryan. Ryan took that one home. Ben versus Landon. Landon took it home for the McBrooms. Michael versus Jarvis was our first knockout of the night, and it was vicious. I bet it's already on the bread batch right now. Nate versus DDG went the distance, and DDG took that one for the win. Don't forget, still to come tonight is the fights you guys have all been waiting for. We have Taylor versus Anisan Gibb and Bryce Hall versus Austin McBroom. Before we get there, be sure to tweet using #SocialGloves and let us know how you're enjoying the night. And now, let's take a look behind the scenes of Vinnie Hacker versus Deji, the Tank.
I hope you're ready, Vinnie. My name is Deji. I'm a YouTuber with 10.2 million subscribers. Go, baby.
I'm Vinnie Hacker. I'm representing the TikTok side.
This content's questionable. It's literally just looking at a mirror, shirtless, doing nothing, but I'm not gonna judge.
I've been training every day, hours on end, conditioning.
Are you worried about this fight, or do you think you're actually gonna come out on top?
Deji's been in a fight in a stadium, but I'm training really hard, so we just gotta wait until the fight.
I train 5 times a day.
Doesn't even have to be the person that trains harder. It could be the person that gets hit first and goes down. I'm making sure that doesn't happen to me.
Deji, you're finally back. You have went the farthest with Jake Paul. What are you gonna do against Vinnie Hacker?
Vinnie, this is just a stepping stone. I want to destroy the whole YouTube boxing thing, venture forward past that. What I've taken from my last fight is you have to fail to succeed. I'm just gonna try extra hard. Plan is to completely dominate all these people.
Everybody has a plan until you get in there and you actually get punched in the face.
I predict me destroying Vinnie.
Deji, I want you to know this isn't going to be an easy fight. I'm going to put my all in on this.
Vinnie, all the best. You're a nice guy, but you are in my way, so you are going to have to get these hands.
Okay, that is some of the nicest trash talk I've ever heard in my life. Foos, we're going to bring you in here for a couple of minutes. We're going to start with you. Do you really believe that Deji has trained 5 times a day?
I do. I think this is a big ploy. I think, like, look, we know that the way your physique looks doesn't matter in today's day and age, especially when it comes to strength and conditioning. Like, look at Andy Ruiz. I'm not saying Deji's Andy Ruiz, but I think he's trying to undersell himself to surprise a lot of people tonight.
Okay, but Vinnie Hacker is young, and he's never been in this position before. What do you think, facing a guy who has his approach should be?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to go to that Deji, the 5 times a day comment, right? He's not training 5 times a day.
5 times a day?
5 times a day.
A day.
He's not training 5 times a day.
Deji's trolling.
Okay.
If he's training 5 times a day, he's not training hard. I promise you, 2 a days, that's a lot.
That's like
when
saying I train 10 times a day, but I don't train 10 times a day.
Right, so that's a comment for me. 5 times a day, that's a stretch. Let's hope he's at least training 2 a day, 5 days a week.
Okay. You got to remember, Deji also said his IQ was 189.
Okay, yeah.
But Deji, he's the tank. He's an absolute tank, coach. He made Jake Paul bleed. The only one that made Jake Paul bleed in the ring. So,
all right, I want to go back to the weigh-in yesterday, and here is what it looked like as Vinnie Hacker in tremendous shape. And Deji, well, not so much.
To be fair, Deji a couple of months ago posted a picture where he was really out of shape. So what you're seeing now is actually a great improvement from where he was.
And you know what? When it comes to, like, you can talk about UFC fighters. The biggest point out is Daniel Cormier, right? He's somebody who's Olympic champion, UFC champion. He never once was like, oh, you know what? He looks like an athlete. But he was a freak athlete, you know? The physique isn't always a dead giveaway.
Okay, very good. But let's talk about that physique for a second, because he is 18 years old. And we understand when you get a little bit older, it's a little bit harder to take it off. But for Vinnie Hacker, 7+ million followers. What do you expect from him tonight?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Vinnie Hacker, but I'll tell you this much, Coach. He's big in real life. You know, you see him in the videos and you think he's a skinny little kid. He is big in real life.
Well, right now, Foos, you just ripped it off. It's been YouTube across the board.
It has, and I think it stays that way with this next fight. I think Deji is setting us up for a big, explosive surprise. I really do.
You know, I'm watching the highlight package, right? I don't know what these guys are doing. I didn't look them up before this, but the highlight package, I'm giving it to Deji. I do like the way he's training. I like the techniques that I'm seeing. I liked his training videos. I watched the training videos. He looked in that highlight package like the better athlete.
And I mean, ever since his loss to Jake Paul, he's been aching to get back in the ring. And this is finally his chance. And I want to say respect to both fighters and respect to Vinnie regardless of the outcome, because a lot of people are scared to go in the ring with Deji. I'm telling you, he's going to surprise a lot of people.
Well, Fousey, you and Deji have beef. Are you going to get in the ring with Deji?
If he calls me out, I do want to return to the ring, and I do want to do another camp, and I will take that fight.
Wow.
Have him call me out.
We had no idea here live on Social Gloves that Foos is willing to take a fight.
I need a redemption.
He needs a redemption. Now, I want to talk about future fights still to come tonight. So let's talk about Gibb, okay? Because he's going to go against a very dangerous opponent. Kind of give us a preview of what we should expect from Gibb tonight.
You know, Gibb surprised me and Keem almost the most at the weigh-ins.
Absolutely.
No one expected him to come in with a freaking six-pack. He put in the work. He's hungry. Yesterday during rehearsals, I said, and this was just the ring walk, I said, yo, Gibb, can I get you on my camera for 2 seconds? He looked at me with the most serious face, respectfully, and said, brother, not right now. I'm focused.
What do you make of what you've seen from Gibb and Taylor Holder as well.
I don't know what's going to happen with that one. I can tell you this, Gibb is shocked. Like Fuzi said, he is in such good shape. And the rumors that we hear through the rumor mill throughout social media is that Taylor Holder actually knows how to box. He's been boxing forever, but nobody has seen it.
Oh, I have.
Okay. All right, Fuzi, you got a job to go do, so you go get in the ring.
You guys are doing great.
Thank you very much. But Paige, I want to ask you about our final fight of the night coming up in just a little bit. And we're talking about, as we see Taylor Holder getting ready for his fight. But tonight, a lot of the people here have come to see Bryce Hall and Austin McBroom. Bryce Hall says, hey, I've been training in Canelo's gym. I'm ready for this cat. Do you like his confidence?
I like his confidence. I like the coaches he has in his corner. I like the camp he's with. That, you know, when you pick good coaches, good camp, you're obviously taking it seriously, right? You want to go to the best gyms in the world. My husband and I moved here to go be a part of Miami, the best gyms in the world. I'm training with Pedro Diaz, legendary boxing coach. You have to make those sacrifices, and I like his team, and that team can give you a lot of confidence when you fight.
All right, on the other side, Austin McBroom, he said his dream was to play in the NBA. Tonight's his shot at his NBA, and does he really not like Bryce Hall? Is this real big?
They absolutely hate each other. Bryce Hall made a comment about his family, and Austin made a comment about his ex-girlfriend. I mean, there's real beef there. There's a real storyline that has turned into this.
And we saw what happened at the press conference yesterday when they got into it already there. So that's still to come later tonight in our main event. But it's time for our third fight of our pay-per-view. Let's send it up to the ring.
Things are now about to heat up. Representing Team TikTok in the blue corner, Vinnie Hacker.
That is intensity if I've ever seen it. We asked Vinnie Hacker, what's your demo that you play to? He said, dead into my face, 18 to 24-year-old females.
That's right. You hear him screaming in the crowd all over the place. I feel like I'm in church right now.
You know what? This walkout music, that's intense. That gets you that. I feel like I'm going to battle right now.
I got those hairs on my neck.
It is one of the more underrated things about fighting. Your ring music, the walk, the posse, the team. There's bigger teams for these guys than most fighters have.
Oh, there is. You know, when we travel, we need our one coach, one corner. We go and we fight, right? These people racked a whole crew behind them, but that energy, honestly, you can feed off of that. That can give you that extra push, knowing how many people came out here to support you. You don't want to let them down, right? So they're going to go in there and they're going to feel the energy of their crew behind them.
And now, representing Team YouTube, Deji!
is throwing me for a loop. Very, very intense.
It is intense, right? And like this is that music where you walk out to this and you either like, oh my gosh, this guy knows what he's doing, or all right, what's about to happen?
I say all the time, it's about your presentation. That's just as important as what you get done after the bell. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Paige, take me through this one.
All right, tail of the tape, we got Deji with the age advantage, slight reach advantage to Vinnie Hacker. We have reach identical, and that's the big factor going into the fights, that reach. So I like the slight height advantage for Vinnie, but virtually identical when it comes to reach.
There is a 12-pound weight disadvantage, though, for Mr. Vinnie Hacker. We'll see how that plays out here in just a couple of minutes. Time for the official announcement of both fighters. Let's send it up to Foos.
In the blue corner, representing Team TikTok, weighing in at 173 pounds with over 7 million TikTok followers from Seattle, Washington, the master of game with all the fame, Vinnie Hacker. And representing YouTube in the red corner, weighing in at 185 pounds with over 10 million YouTube subscribers, hailing from Watford, England, the true Kung Fu hero, it's Deji!
Fighter.
Come close. Gentlemen, you got your instructions before the fight. You know what's expected of you. Relax. Obey my instructions at all times. In the case of a knockdown, you go to a neutral corner. Are we clear? Are we clear? Touch gloves if you wish. Let's get this work.
Okay, so they do touch gloves in this fight, at least.
I like that. I like their mutual respect.
I got to tell you, the theatrics, the songs of both guys.
Kind of similar, to be honest.
They were very similar.
And they beat in the middle immediately.
Vinnie Hacker wasting no time, Paige.
None at all. And we'll see if the tank can stand up to it.
Deji, huge uppercut, but you know what? Right off the bat, Hacker, I like his jab.
Oh, wow.
Good hard right.
Big left hand, another big left hand.
Hacker looks a little scared now. He's eating some shots, and I don't think he likes it.
Deji just coming forward.
And the famous words, it's not about how hard you hit, it's how hard you
Deji's
hit
got him.
and keep moving forward.
So Hacker is taking those first few relatively well.
Oh.
Big overhand right. Nice jab.
Now Hacker's been able to duck a couple, but a couple are connected.
Deji, clearly the more aggressive fighter here early on.
Well, he's got that experience in that fight before in 2018 versus Jake Paul, and that helps a lot, I would imagine.
He keeps throwing this big left cross, right? So he's a southpaw. He's coming in with a left cross, and he's actually coming into an orthodox stance. He's putting full force behind it and switching stances in the process.
Deji's brother, another popular YouTube boxer, KSI. He actually defeated Logan Paul. At one point, Deji and KSI had the same coach, and they said Deji actually hits harder, natural strength.
Oh, Vinnie Hacker just trying to throw some haymakers to get something going against Deji. Well, it's pretty clear the game plan, Paige, that Deji is trying to implore.
It is, right? And that weight advantage that you mentioned, that's a big factor here. You know, 12 pounds weight difference. Yeah, he's the shorter fighter, but he's putting his weight behind his punches, whereas Hacker, you're not seeing him throw with full force. He doesn't quite know how to use his reach to use that against the weight and the strength advantage that we're seeing at Deji.
Big breath, big breath, big breath.
Good boy. Good boy. Good job. I need you to stop your charging, okay? No tackling. All right, box out. Good work, bro. Big thing. Big thing.
Hands up, relax. Deep breaths, get your hands up, beyond your head. Deep breaths in.
Well, you heard the referee come over and tell Deji, no tackling. Big left hand there from round one.
You know, in watching these, a lot of these guys are closing the distance, right? They're getting into these really close exchanges. I want to see him in an MMA fight. It seems like they want a hold of each other.
A couple connected right there in that replay.
And Hacker towards the end of that round did land a couple.
Yep, grazing punches.
Paige, I would say that an MMA night is not that far away.
It's not,
It's not that far away. All right, here we go. Round number 2 of a scheduled 5 between Vinnie Hacker of TikTok.
Left cross. These overhand punches have been money all night for every athlete that has won.
And now Deji. And Hacker just comes out throwing. And right now, if Hacker can just duck, I think he can be okay.
He's been ducking a few, but Deji keeps catching him. I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is going.
If Deji, he started that combo with a lead left hook, right? If he could keep setting up, his overhand left is connecting so well. If he could set that up, he has the strength to finish this fight.
Well, Paige, you talk about the cardio, and will that... Oh, big left hand by Hacker! And now he's got Deji on the ropes!
Hacker, that was the most important strike for him tonight. He could change the trajectory of this fight.
Deji clenching up, holding on. Oh.
Stop holding.
So give Vinnie Hacker a lot of credit here in round number 2.
He is not out of this fight yet by any means. He can't take many of those straight left hands.
Straight left twice by Deji. And now Hacker seems to be stalking his prey.
Deji's just waiting, trying to get the left through. See a couple rights.
See this straight left, straight left, straight left. He keeps throwing all night. Set that baby up. There's power behind it. It's working. Use it, but set it up.
Mid-cap gloves there.
We've seen the respect start very quickly after the fight starts. Now Hacker. And a really good round for him. He says one of his favorite things to do is talk to his devoted fan base. They've got to be very excited after that second round.
Absolutely. I mean, where is this? I mean, do we got Fuzi with a card? Like, I need to know because I don't know who's ahead right now.
He's fucking tired.
That was close for me too. You know what? I do Deji, I still have him up maybe in both rounds, but Hacker, he's coming away. He's landing up. It almost seems like with the more damaging shots that cause him to have, you know, those weak legs, those little loose legs.
Absolutely, and we're looking at the replay here. Ooh.
There we go. See how he set that straight left up?
Let's look at it one more time. Yeah.
Make a slip. Ooh.
Okay.
Lead left hook. Beautiful.
Let's go.
And straight left.
Let's go.
See, he switches stances. He throws that with such authority that he's coming forward and switching stances.
Yeah, Deji has a lot of power behind that straight left hand.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Round number 3. Deji and Vinnie Hacker. And
wait, what happened?
What happened right there?
He could have some wobbly legs. I don't really know what happened.
He took a knee.
Maybe he needed some more time to recover.
That was very weird.
That was. I'd love to see the replay. If anything ever touched him to cause him to go down.
All right, now wild exchanges between these two.
He seems fully recovered now. Stern warning from the ref.
You wondered if Vinnie Hacker could take Deji into deep water. How would the cardio hold up?
As this round goes on, Hacker's pulling away.
Big shots.
Big shot.
From Vinnie
other way.
It is. Deji seems like he's almost quitting. Mid-fight.
Nobody expected this.
Nobody expected this. Mid-fight, he doesn't seem like he can take getting a punch.
Oh my gosh.
And now Vinnie Hacker, he can smell the finish. He gets bent over.
Oh my God.
It's over.
Finally, TikTok on the board. The winner here, Vinnie Hacker. Unbelievable.
And for the first time tonight, we can say TikTok, you don't stop. What an upset. Kim, you'd have to consider this a major upset.
Major upset. I mean, I think back to the press conference. Fuzi opted a question up to Deji, and he said to him, he goes, "You got the easiest fight of the night." And Deji fired back saying, yeah, Fuzi's an easy fight. But no, just everybody thought Deji had this in the bag.
Oh, the first 3 rounds, I had Deji up, and then all of a sudden, I just realized that Deji, he didn't like, at first, he was landing the majority of the strength punches, but Hacker came through, and he landed the ones that really counted, obviously.
Well, those girls, 18 to 24, are going to lose their voice tonight. They're screaming for their hero, coming out with a knockout against Deji. That is insane.
Look at Foos, who clearly has had beef with Deji. All right, let's look at the beginning of the round, and this is where Deji went down to one knee. We knew something was wrong there.
Right, do we know what?
Well, clearly something, because then Hacker just teed off, and Page, at this point, we got a standing 8, and Hacker was just letting it fly.
Look at that
It was
camera
over at that point, you know? You could see it in his eyes. He wanted out. You could see that he didn't want to be in the fight anymore, and Hacker gutted through those first 3 rounds of taking damage, and he had the will to win, and it's that fighter's will on the inside that you don't want to give up, you don't want to let anybody down, and he pulled through.
And let me...
You made your heart out there.
And there is... TikTok is very excited. You saw Bryce Hall. You saw Taylor Holden. They're still to come. What a huge win, and plenty of respect from these two now.
Plenty of respect after that. And we talk about leveling up, or I talk about leveling up. I'm talking about, you know, clout, numbers, more fans. Vinnie Hacker just did this in front of a completely different audience, and I think he's got a lot of new fans tonight. That was amazing, and I hope we get to see Vinnie Hacker in the ring again against someone, anyone.
So flip side of that, what does this do for Deji? And I'll get back to you in a second, but now it's time for the official announcement. Let's send it up to Foos.
Referee Chris Molina has stopped the bout at 44 seconds into round 3. Your winner with a knockout from Team TikTok, Vinnie Hacker!
Well, King, nobody saw this coming.
No one. And you can see it on the face of Deji, very, very disappointed. You know, I wish we knew that one moment that caused the knee drop, because it changed everything.
The final punch stats presented by Stat Hero survived the game, and very even, but at the end it was all Vinnie Hacker.
That's what I'm saying. Look at these stats. I mean, we couldn't call it the entire time, and then boom.
All right, I'm very anxious to listen to what the victor has to say. Let's send it up to Paige Van Zandt. Paige.
A performance. You talk about overcoming adversity. We had you down possibly 3 rounds, and you came back. Flawless performance with the finish. Talk about it. Talk about your performance.
I mean, honestly, we train for this type of thing, you know, where we train to keep going all 5 rounds, and that's what we did. We trained every day to make sure that, you know, we hit that aspect. So Deji's a great fighter, you know, anything can happen in the game of boxing, so it just happened to come out to be me.
And he was hitting you truly with some power shots. Have you been hit like that in training? Did you know that you were going to get hit that hard?
I sparred with people that were pretty much his size, even bigger, so I've taken hits like that for the past 3 months, 4 months, so I was prepared.
All right, you looked professional out there. Do we see you in another TikTok, YouTube match? Do you want to take an amateur boxing match, a celebrity boxing match? What is next for you?
I mean, we'll see. I can't really tell right about now because I'm kind of shaked out because this is my first, actual fight. So I couldn't really tell you right now.
I totally understand. I remember my first fight. I know the nerves. All right, TikTok's in full effect for you tonight. What do you have to say to your fans?
Thank you guys for so much for coming out, dude. I know I met a lot of you guys here. I appreciate all you guys for coming out here. You guys made this possible. Thank you so much.
You're a winner. Congratulations. And let's head back to Coach in the corner.
Target demo, the 18 to 24 females are very much in attendance here tonight.
Absolutely. We heard them going wild right there when he thanked his fans. I mean, I can't get over this upset. I mean, that was just amazing.
But we've talked all night about being in shape, and even though it's only 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds, that was a perfect example, Keem, of one fighter being in really, really good shape, and Deji was not. And by the time you got into deep waters, he had nothing left.
That might be the cause of it. I think you're right. I think that's exactly what we saw right there. I can't wait to see Vinnie back in the ring with someone else to see how good he really is.
Paige, we saw the TikTok locker room. How much does that win do for the fact that Taylor and Bryce still have to fight tonight?
I feel like it's absolutely huge. It gave them the momentum that they needed. They were down. YouTube was ahead. TikTok needed this tonight, right? It's going to give them the motivation to know that somebody from their locker room, their corner, is coming back with a W and overcame adversity. That can give you a little bit of inspiration going into your fight.
Bryce Hall, Taylor Holder jumping up and down around this was huge for TikTok.
And look at this. This is really what this night is all about. These young superstars in a different way than what this stadium normally holds in the NFL. And here, the Miami Heat with the basketball players, it's different, but it's still real. All right, let's send it back up to our superstar hosting this event, of course, Charlamagne the God.
Yes, sir. TikTok finally got a point on the board. We here at the live zone, and I got my man Lil Baby up here. Lil Baby, what's happening?
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up?
We're looking forward to your performance later, but can you give us a prediction? Are you team TikTok or team YouTube?
I'm team both.
You team both? Absolutely. I was telling you, man, we need to do this with the rappers.
I'm willing to help set it up.
I think you could pull it off, because what I'm noticing, everybody like to talk to each other on social media, but man, they can put some gloves on, get in the ring, and handle their business.
Yeah, I think that'll be a hell of a situation.
Absolutely. YouTube and TikTok is showing more heart than the rappers right now. But, Lil Baby, what we can expect from your performance tonight? Huh?
You said the YouTube is showing more heart than the
YouTubers and TikTok is showing more heart than the rappers right now.
Now we just got to set it up. The rappers going to get in there.
You think they'll do it?
For sure.
All right, you heard it from Lil Baby. Now listen, our next performers are a dynamic hip-hop rap trio whose new album just dropped yesterday. Live on the Social Glove stage. Give it up for a group I think is the best rap group of the past decade. Offset, Takeoff, Quavo. Make some noise for the Migos, y'all.
So this what number 1 look like, right?
Papa was a Rolling Stone, but now I got Rolling Stones in the bezel. Mama at home all alone, hustling, trying to keep this shit together. Young nigga smoking on gas, I'm living too fast, my foot on the pedal. If I go back to the past, my niggas ain't know what we rockin' Coachella. If a nigga ever try me or play me, I buy him an iced out shovel. Dig your own grave, nigga, you played yourself. I put some cash on your schedule. If a bitch ever try to fillet me, I just sit back and let her. Then she come up off the drawers, whatever. My pockets came with extra. I can see through the fuck shit. I think that my skills getting better. With a stick, I'm at peace, Mandela. I'm willing to feed whoever. How can I help you? Nobody judge you.
face-off with Austin McBroom. What's the secret sauce that you have that he doesn't?
Well, for one, I have a mullet, and it looks fire.
Are you predicting a knockout tonight?
Yeah. Considering that's what those knockouts and the TKOs look like, yeah, 100%.
All right, and before you go, what's one message that you'd like to tell your fans?
I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. It's only getting started. I hope you guys are drunk as fuck because after this fight, I haven't drank in 3 months. I'm ready to turn up with you guys.
Good
Hell
luck
yeah.
tonight. And now to Marcos with Team TikTok. Let's hear your opponent's take.
Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you so much, Emily. I appreciate that. Here with the main eventer, Mr. Austin McBroom. Austin, man, I know this has been a long journey for you. You're just a few short moments away, man. How are you feeling?
I'm amazing, man. I feel great. I'm ready to go. Today's the day.
You have a lot of supporters here coming out for you, and I feel like they have an invested interest in you. How does that make you feel to see so many of those people travel out, your fans, your supporters, to cheer you on?
Man, it's truly a blessing. I say it time and time again. The Ace family is one strong-ass army. You know, none of this shit would be possible without you guys, so all the credit, all the love goes to y'all, and I appreciate you guys for all the love and support. Let's go.
I know you guys did a bet earlier in the week, $1 million for a knockout.
Yeah.
Does that change the intensity of you going into the ring tonight? Does that change the plan at all?
No, I don't think it changes at all. At all.
All right, you ready to go?
I'm ready. You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Let's do this shit.
Here you go, your main eventer, Austin McBroom. Back to you, Fozy.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with platinum recording artist, needs no introduction, Jason Derulo. How are you enjoying tonight?
Hey, man, honestly, this is unbelievable. Hey, what's up, Miami, by the way? It's my hometown, home team, man, so I'm just enjoying the show, man. It's been unbelievable.
Could you believe what you just witnessed in the last fight? Were you predicting that? What's your thoughts on that?
You know what? When I saw the first, 2 minutes, I was like, damn, it's going one way. But, you know, boxing is... It's about conditioning too, man. It's not just about the strength. So, yeah, that was interesting. That was the best one I've seen so far.
That was crazy, and it's still heating up because we got Taylor Gibb and then Austin Bryce. Who you got for Austin Bryce?
Who I got in the next fight?
Austin Bryce.
Austin Bryce.
You can keep it quiet if you want. You can keep it quiet.
I'm gonna keep it quiet. I'm gonna keep it quiet.
All right. I gotta congratulate you and Jenna.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
That's beautiful. That's
Thank
beautiful.
You. Hey, y'all gotta get my lighting right too, man. Can I get a little more light on this side, baby?
Hey, we should have done a TikTok right now. Like, you're popping on TikTok. You got 46.5 million on TikTok.
You've been letting everybody punch you in the stomach. Can I punch you in the stomach?
Yeah, because I gained hella weight over quarantine. I don't feel it. You want to punch me?
Can I?
Yeah, let's get it.
Is that cool?
Run it. Give him a glove. Run it. Let's run it.
What about with just my fist?
Run it.
What's up?
Wait, what am I? Did I sign a waiver for this? Oh, he's all right. All right. What has been the most exciting part of tonight for you?
You know what, honestly, to just be in my hometown, experiencing this thing for the first time, I think what you guys are doing here is unbelievable. It's a layer of boxing. It's a new layer of entertainment. I've just been having a good time, honestly.
And I wasn't supposed to ask another question, but you are a self-proclaimed TikToker. We're 46.5 million. Will we ever see you in the ring?
Y'all gonna have to pay me a lot of money to get in this thing, but.
All right, guys, let's take a look at the heat behind our next fight. Taylor Holder versus Nissan Gibb.
I'm Ethan Gibb. I make videos on YouTube where I try and tell a good story.
My name is Taylor Holder. I'm on Team TikTok. I'm the best fighter on this card.
There's not much passion in this content, but I don't really care about that. He's just a guy in front of me that I'm gonna fight.
When it comes down to his content, it's just like his fighting.
Let's do it. What's at stake for me is my credibility. I'm coming back for redemption. People saw me lose in Miami. I'm coming for the win.
I'm fighting Gibb because he was the only one man enough to get in the ring with me.
This man's delusional. He called out Canelo on Twitter. Like, you're stupid.
Yeah, you can get it.
We're doing a lot of strength and conditioning, hard work, sparring. We're working our ass off.
A lot of cardio, recovery, food, all of that.
Losing ain't an option for me.
My prediction for the fight is psychotic pressure.
I already know this man's gonna come out wild, but I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure I come out victorious.
Taylor, you are gonna get done in and embarrassed.
Time for our co-main event of the evening. Paige, Taylor Holden He literally has been training with the very best. He's ready.
He's ready. He's sparred with Canelo,
yes.
Right? Sparred with him. It's one thing to be at the same gym as a legend like that, with the same coach as somebody like that, but to spar him, you can't pay for that experience, right? The experience in that alone, the knowledge you're getting from sparring with somebody that, it's freaking Canelo, right?
Yeah.
So that's absolutely amazing. It's so incredible that he's taking his training as seriously as he is.
When he sat down with me yesterday, he looked me in the eye and he said what he just said in that package: I'm the best fighter on this card. But the guy standing across the ring from him also believes that he's the best fighter on this card, and that's Gibb.
Well, let me talk about Gibb. There were a lot of big YouTubers, that nobody knows about, that was offered Taylor Holder. Nobody would take it. Nobody would touch it. Even though we've never seen him in the ring, rumors went around that he actually is very good. Big Gibber, so tough, fearless. He wanted it more than anyone, and he got it.
Very few pro fighters ever spar with Canelo Alvarez, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Taylor did, and now we're going to see him for the very first time. It's time for our co-main event of the evening.
Miami, representing Team TikTok, Taylor Holder!
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Holder.
Look at that confidence, right? He looks stoic. He looks loose still. He's moving around. He looks focused. He's not out of his element. It looks like this is right where he belongs.
Man on a mission as he marches forward.
He has not broken that face since he walked on the property 2 days ago.
I mean, this man, Taylor Holder, he's two different people. We've seen it a few times. Nicest kid in the world. As soon as he gets angry, he's ready for war.
He is part of the Hype House crew. How about 19.1 million followers on TikTok? He's no joke.
Oh, that sounds very nice, doesn't it? He is no joke. And the fact that these guys, they're stepping away. They're not professional athletes. They're stepping away from their career to go in there and fight for their fans. It's absolutely amazing.
Paige, don't tell Taylor that he's not a professional fighter. Do not tell him that.
Tonight he is.
Representing Team YouTube, a Nissan Gibb!
What a great song.
What a great walkout song.
Absolutely.
Somewhere Michael Jordan just turned his head one time.
The oldies are the goldies.
This is that power music, right? He's going to battle. This is that rocky moment, gets you amped up.
We have been working our way up from the start, and it's really starting to get good, and the emotions came very, very high.
This is the one I'm most excited for. I mean, obviously the main event, but this one right here, I'm so excited to see what Taylor Holder can do and can give.
All right, let's take a look now at the tail of the tape between these two fighters in our co-main event. Paige, take me through it.
Tail of the tape, we have the age advantage to Gibb, slight, well, I would say significant height advantage to Taylor. I like that height advantage. The reach advantage is the real big giveaway here. That reach advantage here, especially if he's been training as much as we think he has, that's going to be a big factor in this fight.
All right, both fighters are in. It's time now to introduce them.
In the blue corner, representing TikTok, weighing in at 175 pounds, topping out at 19 million TikTok followers, from Alvarado, Texas, the legend of lip sync, Taylor Holder! And representing YouTube in the red corner, weighing in at 179 pounds with over 2 million subscribers, hailing from Saudi Arabia, now in the UK, the beast from the east, Gibb!
All right, guys, we're in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. In case of a knockdown, go to the corner I told you to go to. And wait for me to call you out. Any questions? Touch them up if you want.
Okay, so we do have a touching of gloves between Taylor Holder and Gibb. And they are ready. Here we go, the first of a scheduled 5 rounds. I'm excited, guys, to see what Taylor Holder has.
I'm super excited. In fact, I got a confession. I got a $10,000 bet with another YouTuber, Nico. He's, of course,
you put all the money on the line.
Yeah. He's voting for Gibb.
Oh, so you bet on Holder?
I bet on Holder, yeah.
Okay.
I like Holder's high guard, right? That guard, he's keeping his hands up. He's being patient. That looks like an educated boxer to me.
Absolutely, Paige. And you're going to see Gibb just rush.
Bringing it down to the body. Not utilized a ton tonight is those body shots. Those body shots can take your opponent's breath away.
Ooh. You know, when the odds first came out on Stat Hero, Taylor Holder was an underdog. And then I did my #1 sports betting show in the country, The Early Edge. And we said Taylor Holder should have been the favorite. And all of a sudden,
and it switched.
It switched. I'm just saying, we moved the market.
Just like that.
Well, Gibb has a lot of fans, and it's not just his personal fans or his personal subscribers. The entire YouTube UK is all supporting Gibb. Some of the biggest creators in the world supporting Gibb, and of course TikTok.
You know, my partner, Ian Parker, he said that Taylor, he's been hearing through the grapevine, has been very, very calm. And we're starting to see that here in the first round. He's taken a few shots. He's come out very, very slow.
Holder looks amazing. I mean, he truly is being as patient as possible. He's not letting any of those punches come through. He's going to tire Gibb out. If Gibb keeps being the forward aggressor like this, he could get tired, and I think that's when Holder's going to capitalize.
He definitely looks like the most seasoned fighter we've seen to this point.
One went in a little low.
On the entire card, right? Holder definitely, he seems like he's the real boxer.
Yeah, Paige, he really is. Good combinations there by Holder. And very quickly, that 2 minutes is up.
That went way faster. It feels like we just got started.
I agree. It feels like that round went faster than every fight that happened tonight.
Let's listen into the corners.
Let's go now. Take it to him. All right? You got to double your weight in. He's open. But when he comes in, all he wants to do is shoot that overhand. So you got to watch out for him, okay? Yeah. Cover yourself and set. You know that. Yeah. Okay, but that's about it. That's all you got. So if you hit him, you come in, he doesn't have much. So,
all right, so you heard him talk about the overhand right. Let's take a look at some of that first round action.
Got a good body shot here. Made him drop his hands. That definitely looks like he felt that one.
Yep.
I love the corner work, though. The commentary that we hear from Holder's corner is he's telling him it's time for him to bring it to him. It's time for him to pick up the pace and throw his overhand right as Gibb is throwing his 1-2.
I do understand the game plan, but because of his lack of output, I think he lost that first round.
I would have to say so. And that's the thing in boxing. And it is who is landing the most punches. It doesn't matter necessarily if every single one of those causes damage. It's who's the aggressor.
All right, here we go. Round 2. Gibb in the blue shorts and Taylor Holder in the white.
And Gibb definitely has been the aggressor. We'll see if that continues in round 2.
Holder now in the classic boxing stance.
I want Holder to keep his composure, but I do want him to start turning it up a little bit here.
You got to believe at some point he's going to let the hands go.
And he looks good, right? You're looking at him, he's on the fence, not really getting hit. But in the eyes of the judges, he is losing. When his back's on the ropes, he's kind of getting teed off on.
And here's an important thing, Coach Page. Gibb is in the best shape of his life. We've seen him in other fights. He's never been this good looking as far as shape. So that might be the difference.
And Taylor a little bit frustrated with a late hit, and now here come the hands.
And that was late. You know what? The ref gave him a stern warning for that one.
And now Taylor Holder very calm. You can see very calculating.
But it seems like that one frustrated him. It frustrated him, and he's turning it up. He's putting a little bit more heat behind the punches he's throwing now.
It's very, very clear who's had the most real training tonight. It's this man right here. Now, he's not winning the fight, though. That's Page's point.
Well, Gibb, he gets good trainers, but he's very unorthodox.
And that's the thing, these short rounds, right? These are 2 minutes. You only have 2 minutes to capitalize. All of a sudden, 2 rounds have gone by, and you're being a little bit too patient. Now you're down 2 rounds. You can't be that patient. You have to bring it to your opponent.
It almost feels like his trainers gave him this game plan, forgetting about the shorter rounds.
And that's an element you have to think about. Traditional male boxers, it is 3-minute rounds, and that's something the coaches needed to reevaluate for.
And again, a very, very active round for Gibb. A very, I almost want to use the word passive round for Taylor Holder.
That was insane. We just seen Gibb say a swear word to someone in the audience. Not sure who that was right behind us. I mean,
it looks like a parent.
He's focused. He's focused on Taylor Holder and focused on Taylor Holder's mother, maybe?
Mother, it looks like a parent. And you know what? Everyone came out to support their athlete tonight. I can tell you, my mom watches me fight, professional bare knuckle boxer, right? My mom will not go to my fights because I think that she would be a little crazy too.
Professional performance.
Yeah. Here's some of the action from the second round. You heard the corner say you're giving a professional performance. And so far, Gibb is.
And there we see the late shot. That was after the bell. Or not after the bell, after the ref separated him. The ref is the most important person in that.
And Taylor very upset. Look at him. He's like,
very upset.
Okay, we'll see if the game plan changes now that we move into the third of 5 rounds. And if I was scoring the fight, I would have Gibb up 2 rounds to none. Foos, what do you have?
2 rounds to Gibb. Gibb is just much more the aggressor right now. I don't see Taylor letting his hands go, but if he's able to outlast Gibb, and if Gibb tires out, we could have a switch later on in the fight. But for now, I got Gibb.
Well, every time Taylor Holder shakes his head at him and says you're not doing anything, he's not coming back with anything.
Well, the thing is Holder, he's proving to the judges that punch landed. He's saying, oh no, that one didn't hurt, shaking it off, but he's proving it landed, and that's what matters. Those punches are landing. They might not be hurting you as much as you think, but you're getting a reaction out of your opponent, right? I love when my opponents shake it off, like, no, that didn't hurt. Yes, it did.
Holder's got to do something. I mean, he's just playing defense.
And that works in longer fights, right? This is 5 2-minute rounds. It is too short to be on the defense the entire fight for this long.
But we're in the 3rd round. He needs this round.
I would agree.
He is starting to open the hands up a little bit more, but for the 3rd straight round, Gibb is way more aggressive.
Gibb's cardio was holding up. I feel like that off the 1st round, I was curious if Gibb's cardio would hold up. He's powering forward with full authority, power punches, and it seems like he still has a ton of energy to go.
Gibb wasting no time after the breakup, getting right back into the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for Gibb right now. It clearly is not over, but it looks like I'm going to be dishing out 10 grand.
Hey, it's not over until it's over.
And Gibb continues to throw combinations. And Taylor Holder's getting frustrated, and I'm not quite sure who he's frustrated with.
No, I'm not either. And the most important person, you got to listen to the ref. Whatever they say, they can stop this fight whenever they want to. So let's keep listening to the ref. Good ending. I was curious if there was going to be some more late punches there.
Well, it's got to be frustrating to not not have a break, right?
Okay.
And Gibb is just going.
Take it to him. Come on, man.
Let's listen in.
He ain't got fucking shit. Taylor, he's got nothing, man. Come on. When you're aggressive, he's scared. So come on, take this shit to him. Please, take it to him. All right? Come on, Taylor. Don't let him get you on the rope. We work on the center of the ring.
start.
Yes.
Hand up tight, yeah?
Yeah.
Faster, speed 1-2. Speed 1-2, yeah?
Cool.
Once you've caught him a few times, we'll go power 1-2.
Yes.
But keep moving, keep establishing that jab. That's it, you're good. You're controlling.
Doing fantastic.
We're in round 4.
That's it, we're in round 4 now, Gibbs. Yeah?
You know, I could see
You're
a little
doing
bit of
fantastic.
frustration out of Holder's
Establish that
corners.
jab,
I feel like
establish
they're
that jab.
frustrated that they've trained
Yeah?
to keep this fight in the
Fantastic
center of the
performance.
ring, and that's not happening.
They've also trained him to be aggressive.
They did. And that's the thing, he's telling him, hey, turn it up. What are you doing?
We see it so many times that fighters aren't doing what their corners want them to do or what they've trained to do.
Well, and it's different, right? You can train something over and over again, but when those lights are on, this is different. Fighting isn't, you don't get to take 2, you don't get to take a picture and take another one.
Good left hand there by Taylor, and you got to believe that he's going to need a knockout to win this fight, down 3 rounds to none.
Absolutely, at this point, I mean, he's got to do something.
And now Holder, but Gibb coming right back.
When he's throwing, he's landing, but Holder needs to be throwing a lot more.
I hate to say it, but it almost looks like his training has caused him to be too professional. If that's a thing.
He just seems hesitant, you know?
Yeah.
He seems like he's trying to be too calculated. And a lot of times fighters can try to be too technical in there, but you need to trust that your technique will come out. You just have to go out there and fight, right? The technique is in your body. It's in your muscle memory. The technique will happen. Your job is to go out there and fight. Don't think so much.
Big overhand right from Holder. Gibb right back in his grill.
And at this point, Gibb just seems like he does not care. He's taking some punches, doesn't faze him whatsoever.
He's going to eat a couple and just keep swinging.
He said, this is just a guy that I'm going to go through. And so far, that's exactly what he's done. Big right hand by Holder.
And a funny little observation, you can tell on his back he's got those marks from cupping. So he's obviously taking his recovery extremely seriously as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't wait when this is done to look at the scorecard and see how many landed.
Oh, big left hand for Gibb straight. Oh, big overhand right. And Holder might continue to shake his head, but right now, he's getting dominated, guys.
He is down. He needs to throw more straight punches. The problem is he's throwing 1 or 2 straight punches down the pipe. He has the reach advantage. Stop closing the distance. Stay at your reach. He's coming in too close into Gibbs' range.
Hey, you gotta let it go. Put it on him. How do you feel?
Okay,
okay, wait from your nose, but Taylor, you have to take control of this.
Uppercut, yeah?
Yeah. Fantastic work.
Double jab. Cool, double
Yeah.
jab, yeah? You're not touching up for free, and we're moving. We're staying disciplined.
That's
yeah?
it.
You stay disciplined. Good footwork.
All the way through.
All right, let's take a look at some of that 4th round.
I love the way Gibbs is mixing it up here, right? You're seeing the body shots. You're seeing him come back to the head. Beautiful left hook. Followed by this right?
Well, look how active he continues to be.
Head, mixing it up. Punches and bunches, body head. That's how you're going to sneak punches in through your opponent's guard.
39 total punches landed for Gibb. I hope you're all betting out there at Stat Hero. Taylor Holder, the favorite, all the way up to -180 at some point today, and he is on the ropes. He needs a knockout here in round number 5.
He better get going. He's got 1 moment, 1 shot. Mom spaghetti, Taylor Holder.
One opportunity.
And we're seeing it.
He is. You know, in the corner, his corner said, how are you feeling? He's like, all right, I'm a bit tired. No, you're not. Tell yourself you are not tired.
You got 90 seconds to let your hands go.
Look at the endurance of Gibb. We've never seen him slow down at all, and he's just going.
He's going forward. That forward pressure is working for him, right? But I like that he's getting in and out, popping off his shots, getting out of the pocket so he's not getting hit.
Gibbs' cardio has to be commended. His preparation on point.
Oh yeah, looking at him tonight, he's got the cardio. He's ready for a real boxing match. He's ready for one that's going to stay on his record forever.
Oh, and good combination. 24 body shots landed for Gibb thus far. Really wearing the body down of Taylor Holder.
opportunity for Taylor.
Yep. Hey, you can't complain to the ref.
Yeah, it's way too late for that.
Don't lose your focus, man. You got to stay in the fight. And as we close in, it looks like an underdog story.
Absolutely. I am so proud of Gibb. I mean, this is what everybody expected from Gibb when he fought Jake Paul. It just didn't happen, and this is a full redemption tonight.
This is huge. I'm so impressed with his tenacity, his will to win, his forward pressure.
That's it.
That's it.
Beautiful fight. Beautiful performance.
He could do 5 more rounds. He could do 5 more rounds.
Well, I would be smiling too.
Yeah,
if I just gave that performance.
That performance, congratulations to both these fighters. They went out there, they fought their hearts out. They looked professional, you know, they looked like they have been training for a fight.
Well, Taylor Holder is smiling and walking around as if he thinks he may have won this fight.
Well, you know what, I would say that might be his coaches telling him to. You always put your hands up, you act like you won the fight, maybe sway. If the judging's close, you want to convince the judges you won.
I would be shocked if it's not 50-45 on all 3 scorecards.
Yeah, I mean, just Gibb took everything. Everything.
If that is our co-main event, boy, I can't wait for our main event here in just a couple of minutes.
Absolutely.
But as far as surprises go tonight, that performance by both would have to be the biggest surprise I think anybody expected. Taylor not doing more, and Gibb looking fantastic.
I know. I mean, we had that upset with Vinnie Hacker, and now this. It's just, you never know. You never know in the world of boxing.
The crowd showing their approval and their appreciation. And I am afraid that the next time we see Taylor Holder, it's going to be, how does he respond to a loss?
Exactly. I can't wait to see those post interviews.
All right, the scores are in. It is time to find out who won our co-main event. Let's send it up to the ring.
Here are the judges' results for this sanctioned exhibition match. Lorenzo Hunt scored the contest 49-46. Coach Chuck scored the contest 49-46. And Keon Wilson scored the contest 50-46. The combined scores put the bout in favor of a majority draw.
What?
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 What? Oh, the internet is going to break into.
Oh, that doesn't even make any sense. All right, we're going to take you to the final punch stats, brought to you by Stat Hero.
The UK YouTube is going insane right now. There are going to be riots in the street, Coach.
That is maybe the biggest robbery I've seen in boxing in a very, very long time. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
I agree with you 100%. The only silver lining is I don't lose $10,000.
Bro, I was just thinking about that. Congratulations to you.
I know, right?
Solid. Solid. You should actually pay it because you know you owe it.
I should pay the Gibb directly. I mean, he needs something for this. This was a robbery.
Wow. I am anxious to hear the reaction from both after a majority draw here in Miami. Paige, take it away.
All right, guys, congratulations on an amazing performance. You both looked at like professional boxers out there. I'm impressed coming from a boxer. So can we talk about it? I want to interview both of you guys. We didn't know how to judge it in the corner. It was a close fight. Did you think you won?
I know in my heart that I won. I was the most dominant. I had the ring. I was owning the ring. In respect to Taylor, but I beat you. I beat you tonight. Today, I beat you. These aren't even my fans. These aren't even my fans and they're cheering. So I know I won. I was robbed tonight. I worked very hard for this day and I was robbed. in my heart, I know I won.
What's your response to
These people know
that?
I won.
What's that? I'm sorry.
What's your response to that? How do you feel? I mean, you came out of this, you guys both looked amazing, honestly. He says he won the fight. What do you think?
Yeah. You know, I mean, first of all, props to Gibb for, stepping up and fighting me. There was a lot of people that didn't want to. I mean, I have to disagree with that he won. I mean, he did land a few shots, but for the most part, I blocked a lot of them that didn't hit me. But, he fought good and everything like that. I believe that the draw was definitely bullshit. There's a lot of stuff that they don't know behind the scenes, but I fought through it. I mean, there's a significant weight difference that no one knows about. But I'm glad this is my first time ever to do a fight, and I'm glad to be able to do it right here in the Hard Rock Stadium in front of thousands of people. I don't even know how many people are here, but huge blessing and thank you to God.
And honestly, you guys made fighters proud, right? I'm a professional fighter. You guys made us all proud. Do we see both of you guys compete against each other again? Is it unsettled? Do you take the gloves off and have a professional bare knuckle match? What's next? Is the blood settled?
Run it again. Do you think you can beat me? Impossible, because I won today. I won today, so if you want to go again, you have to ask once again. This time you're going to be asleep. This time you'll be asleep.
That's what you said.
10 ounces, no 16. 10 ounces, and you'll be asleep. You on the corner on the rope, no
blocking
bleeding.
everything,
You will lose again.
Blocking everything.
All right, congratulations to your fighters. Let's send it back to Charlemagne, your host.
Lord have mercy. I thought the judges in real boxing was bad. On and Nissan won that fight. I don't know what they talking about. That wasn't no draw. But we've watched YouTube and TikTok going toe-to-toe all night, and now there's just one bout left. Our main event of the evening, Hall versus McBroom. That's right, these guys are rivals both in and out of the ring, and both sides are promising a knockout. So to help get you loud for their battle, to help get the energy up for their battle, is a performance from ATL's own Little Baby!
Miami, Florida, you came to see Lil Baby. Put your phones up. One
Migos, DJ Khaled opening up the night as well. We are just about set for our main event coming up in just a couple of minutes. But before we get to that, we kind of have to do a recap, guys, because I think we've all been as surprised at what we've seen tonight. It all started when the sun was still out earlier tonight, and Ryan Johnson said he was going to get the job done. And Paige, he got the job done. Let's show some of the highlights from earlier tonight right here live in Miami. And it was Ryan Johnson against Kale Siraj. There was a lot of action, but it was mostly from Johnston.
Oh, there was a lot of action, and truly, this is the fight that set off the night, and it was what a fight to set us off. Lots of action, but Siraj ultimately took a lot of the brute force trauma.
Keem, what did you make of our first fight of the night?
I mean, he just came out on top right there. A Cowboy Kale, I mean, he was really, really entertaining to watch, but unfortunately, he just could not finish it.
It's never easy, Foos, to be the first fight of the night. I thought both of those two guys showed very well.
Not only first fight of the night, but the first fight of their personal life experience. Nobody realizes what it's like going into your first fight, those street fight jitters. Yeah. So the fact they came out and showed out how they did, respect to all fighters tonight.
Now, we've only had one fight tonight that actually had a knockout where the guy went down to the canvas. It was nasty, and it was at the hands of FaZe Jarvis, and he was laser focused coming out tonight. Paige, this didn't last long into the second round.
No, this didn't last long, and like I said, all night these big overhand rights have been putting people out, right? They've been hurting people, causing them to maybe rethink their whole fight career.
The FaZe clan said that he was going to be ready, and this is ready.
The FaZe clan stock just went all the way up. You see it on King's Hat right now.
Absolutely.
I just want to know, where's their after party? Because it's going down.
Yeah, Banks, find me.
Kim, what did you make of, we had Rug out here, and he said that Jarvis was ready physically, mentally, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I'm smiling ear to ear. I've been associated with FaZe for such a long time. Now it's, who is Jarvis fighting next? That's the real question.
Well, we're all going to be here for it because I'm already signing myself up to call the next event. But we did have one very big upset tonight, and that was the 18-year-old youngster, Vinnie. We all thought Deji had it made, but they went into the late rounds, and Hacker had way better cardio.
Oh, they did. Hacker was able to pull through, right? Everybody can throw a punch, everybody, but not everybody can take a punch, and I really feel like Deji, he couldn't take a punch. He quit there.
And that was the very first, and you see our reaction, the very first win for Team TikTok. Foos, how surprised were you with that result?
My soul literally left my body. Now, no disrespect to Deji, I wasn't expecting that. I felt like an idiot from my early fight prediction when I did at the press conference.
But Fousey, now it's set up. You had a loss. Deji had his loss. You versus Deji.
I know, but before we even get there, he's stirring up the drama.
Stirring the pot.
Guys, respect to not only Vinnie Hacker for doing the impossible, respect to Deji, man. I gotta give, he stepped in the ring, and people who step in the ring get all my respect.
Oh, respect to all of these guys.
All right, but I don't know how much respect the fans are giving the judges after the last result that we saw. It was obvious to everybody that Gibb won that fight, and it wasn't close.
I opened my Twitter right before I walked over here, and the first thing I see trending, biggest robbery of 2021.
100%, 100%. Gibb won. I mean, Gibb won. It's bullshit. Gibb won.
I know, I hate to say it, I saw it the same way. I feel like he won every round, right?
I thought it should have been 50 to 45 Gibb. There was no round that Taylor Holder won.
When they handed me the scorecard, I literally paused and stared at them for 50 seconds. And I looked at them and I said, am I reading this right? And they just nodded. And I said, okay. That's why I loved reading the results. I said, I think I said the wrong score wrong, and I said majority draw.
And I may or may not have made a joke about you hitting puberty. I'm not sure if I did that or not. I might have. I
had puberty last week. Stop that.
All right, well, it's been an incredible night of action, but we still have our main event to come, and there's only one man who can set the stage, and of course, that's Charlemagne the God.
All right, Miami, everybody watching on pay-per-view, this is it. What a nut-ass night it's been, filled with incredible moments. And all throughout the show, we've been identifying special moments to be in an exclusive Social Gloves Battle of the Platforms NFT. And there's a damn big moment coming up. Two of the most outspoken, opinionated, and charismatic guys in social media are about to face off, okay? The brash young kid versus the family man. They may have millions of followers between them, but tonight there can only be one winner. Let's take a look at their journeys to the ring.
I've been around for about 5 years in the social media game, and here's just a new event, a new chapter, and I'm here to make a statement.
Not proud of this one, but I've been in probably over 40 street fights. I do not get scared, especially when it's a family man who is 30 years old, out of shape, and has a dad bod.
I feel like this kid needs a lesson. He's young, he can learn a lot from me, especially after I knock him out.
He already knows he lost. Being right next to him, he wouldn't look at me once. Don't ever step up on me like that again. Just watch.
Why do you think? Because...
I am looking so forward to punch this motherfucker in the face. When you're on the canvas, go cry into your kids. He's gonna feel it and then be like, oh my God, what did I sign up for?
He just doesn't have the talent, not coordinated enough, not athletic enough.
Can't wait to knock out a 30-year-old. This is gonna be fun, slight work.
I just hope he is actually taking this shit serious, because this isn't a game you can play. You can actually get seriously hurt.
I want you to start the rivalry between these two guys.
Look,
talk about it.
I dubbed myself DanaTube during this whole YouTube boxing experience and followed everybody with a camera. So I saw both camps training behind the scenes. This beef is so real that I don't even know if it's halal for me to eat. Like, it's bad. These guys actually hate each other.
And that's what makes great boxing and rivalries. Let's talk about Austin McBroom, former basketball player, a great athlete. But tonight, this is boxing, not basketball.
I'm telling you, tonight, he's going to be very quick. He's going to be hard to hit. I think he's going to be absolutely the better boxer. But I don't know. Can Bryce Hall get that moment? That's what it's all up to.
And for every baby face, and that's exactly what Austin McBroom is, there has to be a heel. And Bryce Hall loves being that heel. But he's had big-time training, too, also in Canelo's gym. What do you like about his approach tonight?
Oh, that's absolutely amazing. Bryce Hall, this kid, he's a kid, right? But he has so much confidence. He's put in, look at that. He looks cool, calm, and collected. He looks like he's getting ready to go out there and put on a fight. I like what I see. I like the locker room shots. He looks confident. He looks like he's got some skill. I really think he's going to put on a show for us.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the tail of the tape. And it looks a little something like this when we're talking 19 million followers on one side, 20 million on the other side. What do you make of this page?
For this, virtually identical. I would say the standout is the weight advantage to McBroom, but virtually I see the advantage, not really being there.
I tell you what, there's time for no more talking. It's time for our main event. Let's send it back up to Charlemagne.
Thank you, Coach. This is it. 5 2-minute rounds. Each of our 3 ringside judges scoring on a 10-point must system. Standing 8 count is in effect, and neither fighter can be saved by the bell. Plus the 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop this fight. And here to bring our main event fighters into the ring, a true legend. In fact, legend is an understatement in the world of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. So let's get this party started. Coming to the ring first, representing TikTok, Bryce Hall.
now. I love it. I absolutely love it.
And Bryce Hall coming down to the ring by himself. By himself.
That was very impressive. People expected a lot of showboating with Bryce. He just walked in and did that humbly, so he looks serious.
Well, I think he understands you can't blow yourself up before the fight starts. He understands that pain.
Yeah, and I wonder if his coaches, right, talked him through with this. Like, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes going up to a fight of this caliber to keep your adrenaline down. You don't want all your adrenaline to go out in the locker room and you're not ready to fight.
Remember now, after that majority draw with Gibb and Taylor, Bryce has something to prove more than before going into this.
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. I love Bryce Hall. The kid is always stirring the pot. Some people call him Bryce Paul, like one of the Paul brothers, because he's just like him.
It's rare that you see a rivalry cemented with throwing things back and forth from yachts, but that's exactly what we had with these two fighters.
And now, making his entrance to the ring, representing YouTube, Austin McRow.
All the talking is over. All the ducking is over. It is now time Mr. Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the world famous Hard Rock Stadium, Miami, Florida, USA, Social Gloves Battle of the Platforms proudly presents the main event of the evening. 5 2-minute rounds for bragging rights. Who is the best in the ring? The 3 judges scoring: Lorenzo Hunt, Coach Chuck, Keon Wilson, and inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Big Chris Edgehill. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. YouTube, TikTok, fight fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing TikTok, wearing red and black, official weight 165.4 pounds, boasting an outstanding 20 million TikTok followers, born in Maryland and now living, training, and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, the self-proclaimed bad boy of Sway House, Bryce Hall. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, representing YouTube, wearing black and orange and officially weighing in at 172.4 pounds. He brings 19 million YouTube subscribers, a native of Palmdale, California, USA, recognized as the founding face of Ace, Austin McBroom.
Fighters to the center. McBroom. All right, guys, we know the rules in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. In case of a knockdown, go to the corner I tell you to go to, and wait for me to call you out. And most importantly, keep it clean. Touch them up.
All right, I was not expecting a touching of the gloves there, to be honest with you. But here we go, guys.
I'm excited.
Our main event.
Your main event.
I'm freaking out right now. I cannot wait. There's been so much build-up to this moment right now.
How do you guys feel, right? Like, you guys know these people. You know them through and through.
My heart's out of my chest right now, honestly.
You don't understand the pressure. Like, there's been so much that went into this. So many different storylines. So much trash talk. We're going to find out right now.
Here we go. Austin McBroom in the orange trim.
Orange fluffy trim.
Yeah, Bryce Hall in the red and black.
Austin smiling at him early.
Immediately, I like this stance of McBroom a little better.
Bryce Hall said he's been sparring 4 to 5 times a week. Good left hand by McBroom.
And that's the best thing these guys can do, right? It's all about experience. The more sparring, the better.
Now, Austin's been used to coaching with other sports and everything else. Bryce Hall. Uh-oh. Austin got in trouble.
All right, so McBroom, a little shot there on Bryce Hall as they broke up.
Bryce Hall's been in over 40 street fights. Oh.
Very interesting. So he does bring a little experience to this ring, right?
And anytime there was an influencer meetup, Bryce Hall got in a fight with another influencer. It happened so many times, I couldn't even tell you.
Austin McBroom, a former NCAA basketball player, said his dream was to play in the NBA.
Ooh, beautiful.
Big left hand by McBroom.
Wow, which explains why Austin's footwork is looking so nice right now.
Paul immediately trying to tie up. He got a point taken for that.
Pick him up, keep it clean, and then the fucking corner. Let's go.
This not having the nonsense.
His team needs to tell Bryce to stay composed at this time.
So the referee just took a full point away from Bryce Hall.
Well, it looked like he was going in there and he's doing more of a full contact MMA type of style, right? That is not what we're doing here.
Well, that's Bryce. I mean, that's we talk about the street fights. He wants to tackle people.
This ref could stop this fight.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I already see blood pouring out of Bryce's nose.
Well, and Bryce looks scared, right? That's why he's tying up. He's getting hit really hard, and he's scared on his head. The fear in his eyes.
Another big left hand.
If he doesn't lift, listen, the ref stops him.
And guys, there's $1 million bet on the line here. They bet each other $1 million.
I'll be honest, I was so into that round, I didn't even look at the clock.
No,
I didn't see it.
They bet on the knockout.
The knockout.
Yeah, the knockout has to happen for the $1 million bet to go down.
Hey, it's looking pretty good for McBroom at this point, right?
All right, so a knockout or a TKO, does that pay too?
I think it was Keem's interview. I believe it was a knockout.
Knockout in my interview.
Okay, so it has to be knocked out. Okay.
But if you look around, you see how the entire arena has pushed up. I mean, this is insane.
The craziest thing I saw when Bryce was in this corner, Austin's team was literally yelling at him from ringside, trying to get into his head, when trying to make him lose his composure.
Hey, it's strategy, baby. That's strategy.
And here's right there that McBroom didn't like what Bryce Hall was doing, and he said, he's grabbing me. So then right after that is when Bryce had a point deducted because, again, he would just go in, and then that you cannot do.
No. Not MMA, guys. We got to keep it clean.
Again, this main event, 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds. Bryce Hall's already had a point deducted. That first round looked like it was clearly to Austin McBroom.
Yeah, so possibly that round is a 10-8 round, right, with the point being taken.
No doubt.
That's what I judged it on the unofficial scorecard.
Oh. So far, it's going the way I thought with Austin with the lead, but Bryce is a tough kid.
And these two are just standing there. Big right hand.
He's picking up.
Oh, McBroom, he wants the $1 million.
He is switching stances.
He is going for the $1 million.
He's throwing all over the place, switching stances, power shots from both.
His quickness is clearly an advantage.
You know, my biggest takeaway, it looks like Austin's having fun in there.
He is.
No, he is.
The speed of Austin McBroom is unreal. His footwork is amazing, and this is exactly what Bryce had to worry about coming in.
This is deep waters for Hall, deep waters.
Bryce should be thankful that hook did not land. Ooh.
Every shot is
good, straight left hand. Oh. And Bryce Hall's head is just snapping back.
Oh, he's a bobblehead at this point.
Come on. See, Austin doesn't want a regular win. He wants this knockout.
He's going for the $1 million. He's going for the $1 million.
There's so much on the line tonight for these guys, and they're really pushing through this final fight.
Well, Bryce Hall does have to pay the $1 million.
I mean, wow, so Bryce does it again.
Again.
And now the referee's like, I'm going to take away another one.
You know, these boxing commissioners, they're used to, those professional high-level fights. This is a no-nonsense ref.
Well, it's not a secret. Bryce got paid $5 million for this.
Stop. Let's go. Come on.
So if he has to pay $1 million, he's still up.
Oh, a big straight left hand.
Got the
Austin
8 count for that one.
All right, they're giving him a standing 8 count.
7. I'm good. I see you.
And Bryce Hall saying, I'm good.
I'm good. Let me fight.
And that's the end of the second round. But in the judges' eyes, that standing 8 count had to give the round to McBroom.
Absolutely, 100%. And you just see how tough this guy is. I mean, he's sitting there arguing with everybody.
Look at me, Taylor. Stay focused, Taylor. Water. Okay, stay calm. Listen, you got to slip those hooks. He's throwing hooks, so you got to slip them. All right? But you got to get inside and make it a dog fight now. All right? Come on. You know you can do it.
Paige, what did you see here in the second round?
The power shots, right? McBroom's coming with tons of punches. He has way more power, and he's utilizing his weight, right? He's putting his weight behind every punch.
He's got more power. He's got more quickness. Foos, what are you seeing?
Man, I see Austin taking control right now, and I see Bryce losing his composure little by little.
You're starting to see the blood coming out of the nose of Bryce Hall as we head into round number 3.
So far, Bryce has a chin. He can take a punch. Now, if those ounces were different, I don't know if it would be the same story.
Yeah, that's right. If those gloves were smaller.
Okay. Bryce starting off strong with that body shot, headshot. Austin coming back, clinched up.
Oh, he is throwing from left field.
Now, a problem there, right? Little mistake on McBroom's part. Just because you're tied up, you can still punch there. Until the ref separates you, it's still live action.
It looks like Bryce has turned the gas on.
You know, it's that fight or flight response, right? He realizes he's in trouble and he needs to turn it up if he wants any chance to win this fight.
He's reacting to what's being thrown at him right now. He's not trying to control the narrative at all at this point.
McBroom, if he would put punches together and not keep throwing these wannabe knockout shots, he would finish it. He would get the knockout he's looking for, but you got to set it up.
McBroom really looks like he's enjoying himself thus far.
Oh, he's got to be. Once you smell blood, then you just feel what it feels like to be a fighter.
We are more than halfway through the scheduled 5 rounds.
You know, earlier we talked about how nobody wanted to fight Taylor Holder. Well, it is the exact opposite.
Teeing off.
McBroom! It's McBroom!
He needs this 8 count. He needs it. He needs to refocus and dig deep right here.
Go for the kill right now.
Bryce.
There it is. There it is.
Connected again.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh, they're calling it. It's over.
Is it?
It's over. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Austin McBroom.
Absolutely amazing performance.
He didn't just win this fight. He won $1 million, knocking out Bryce Hall.
And there's going to be more controversy, but only from the standpoint of, was it a good stoppage? Clearly, McBroom was in control.
I see that. Absolutely, that was a good stoppage. We'd have to remember, these are amateur fights and not pro fights. These are what's considered a smoker fight, right? That was a good stop. He was taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage.
There can't be too much debate. Clearly, Austin was going to get the knockout.
It wasn't going to change. The direction of this fight was not going to change.
But when you got $1 million on the table, maybe you give him one more. I don't know. But
I'm interested to see what Bryce has to say right now, because I saw when it was stopped, he looked really angry.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Does he go into this with fighting words, or does he take his loss?
Oh, he's going to lose his mind. This guy's going to be very angry. This is going to get very heated in this interview.
All right, I want to go quickly and take a look at the final punch stats presented by Stat Hero Survive the Game. And it's very, very one-sided, guys.
Absolutely.
If Bryce Hall is upset, then he wasn't in the same fight that we were watching.
Well, Bryce Hall is one of those kids that just never wants to give up. You know, Logan Paul said it best. Logan Paul was doing an interview. He was asked about Bryce Hall, and he said, I love Bryce Hall to death. He goes, but he's really good at losing. He loves fighting, but he's really good at losing, and he said Austin would win this fight.
Well, Austin McBroom was the favorite, and he proved tonight exactly why the sportsbooks had him favored. Here's the end of the fight. Take me through if you guys think the stoppage was good.
Hey, Sean, help me out. Which one is Paige and Fowler? Did you see 15?
All right, boom, boom. Oh.
That started it right there. He's already in a daze.
Of course you got to stop this.
I think there's an, oh my goodness, this is a barrage.
He's not defending the head anymore. Look at that.
Oh, no.
And so he tries, well, you know what? You're right. He tried to grab him to stay up.
Bryce is going to try to say, he's going to say I was thrown down.
Yeah. That's going to be the storyline right there. But clearly, Austin McBroom won.
Boy, he was the class of the field. He was the class of the night.
And there's layers to this, Coach. Okay. Listen, now that Austin McBroom just won, he's calling out Jake. He's calling out Logan.
He's guaranteed calling out Jake right now.
Like, ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because if that happens, we're talking about the biggest event on the planet.
Now I'm even more excited for the interview.
Austin looks unscathed. His face looks just as pretty as before.
Now the big question is, does he have the cutest family in YouTube?
He never lost control. Absolutely never lost control during the fight.
And just like any major boxing event, you've got Michael Buffer standing in the middle of the ring and a bunch of people milling around.
Well, the ring looks packed, but that's just the McBrooms. There's so many of them.
Yo, they have a reason to celebrate. Each one of them won tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Landon was dynamic. All right, it's time for the official announcement of the winner of our main event. Let's send it back up to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we give the official time, a round of applause for the two fighters in the ring and all the fighters here tonight, along with our great night of entertainment. It's been a great evening of sports and entertainment. In the ring at this time, referee Big Chris Edgehill calls a halt to the contest at 45 seconds, round number 3. The winner by TKO victory from Team YouTube, Austin McBroom.
Well, clearly they have buried their beef. Plenty of respect, and that's what you like to see. But when it comes to building up a fight, when it comes to selling a fight, there could be a lot of fighters that could learn from these two.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot believe this Austin McBroom thing. You know, I've been on the calls, getting ready, getting prepared for this event. I was on the phone with Austin. He told me he had 20 meetings, and this was like noon. I mean, the guy put this event together, and then was the main event, and then knocked out Bryce Hall.
It feels like you're a little bit excited right now.
This is unbelievable.
All right, I want to hear from the winner tonight. Let's send it up to the ring. Paige is in there somewhere.
All right, guys, I am here for your winner. What do you feel right now? What is going through your mind?
Man, to be honest, I don't have words, but such an amazing feeling. And I can't thank everyone who came out to support. Like I always say, the Ace family is one strong-ass army, and none of this shit would be possible without them. You know, I gotta show love to my wife for supporting me through this journey, my family, my team. We've been grinding for 3 fucking months straight, 2-a-days, you know, and last but not least, my amazing fans. Thank you to everybody. Real quick, I know you're gonna ask some more questions, but I also gotta show love. You know, a lot of people wanna keep having me talk shit about Bryce Hall, but I'm only gonna lift him up like everybody else should. This man, Bryce Hall, is a strong-ass motherfucker, and I gotta show him love, and everybody else on social media show him love, because there's not too many fucking people in this world that would get in the ring and do what he did. Shout out to you, bro.
That's absolutely true. I commend you for that. There isn't a lot of people. You guys stepped away from your main job. You stepped away from your career to come in here and fight. Why do you do it? Why did you decide to come in here and fight each other?
Man, for several reasons. Like I said, you know, I only want to do this to myself to prove to the people that whatever I put my mind to I can do. I want to prove to my family, prove to the fans, and obviously the money sounds nice as well, and it's a great opportunity for everything.
Last question for you. You look like a professional out there. What's next? Is it another YouTube TikToker fight? For me, I'm a professional fighter. I feel like you look like you could take a professional fight. Is there somebody in the pro world you want to call out?
I think everybody knows his name. I'm not going to sit here and call anybody out. We're going to let the fans decide what they want, and I guarantee you I'm going to fight again.
Congratulations. You're winner, guys. All right, Bryce, I want to talk to you. What emotions are you going through right now? You went out here. You need to be so proud of yourself. You put on a performance. Not a lot of people would do that.
This is a crazy outcome, to say the least. Didn't think this many people wanted to see a TikToker box. But we're here. Honestly, that was fucking rigged. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a boxer. I'm not a fighter. I've never claimed to be a fighter. But next time, hey, we'll see. Good job, Austin.
All right, your fight tonight, your main event. Congrats, guys. Let's go back to your host, Charlemagne.
All right, listen, the first ever Social Gloves Battle of the Platforms has come to an end. And you know the platform with the bragging rights to the belt. Y'all was here all night. Y'all saw what it was. Make some noise for YouTube, y'all. This belt is theirs.